Hey everyone, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another plan with me to share with you all. This week I am planning for the week of June 12th to June 18th. I'm a little bit behind on these plan with me's, but I am finally caught up with my spreads, so I'm ready to share all the plan with me's. So buckle up, get ready, because I'm putting them out maybe 2 a week, if not 3, because it's about time I am properly caught up, because I think it's been about two-ish months that I have not been, maybe 2.5, where I've been some semblance of caught up, but not really, not ever. So this week is a really special week because it is my sister's birthday week, and I am using the Flower Power kit from CaressPress along with some underlays from Plan With Me stickers. I gravitated towards this kit because I was scrolling through the CaressPress website and I saw this and I was like, this is so stinking cute. I was going to buy it regardless, but then I was like, oh, this would be really cute for my sister's birthday because it's got balloons and it's got all the flower crown vibes, and there was a lot of lavender, and I feel like lavender is the reason for the season for my sister these days. That is her favorite color. Move aside pink, it's lavender. I feel like that happened to a lot of people where lavender is just the color and it's such a pretty shade. So I was like, I'm going to use this for my sister's birthday. Originally, I was going to use a water park kit because I thought my sister wanted to do that for her birthday, but she decided against it. And then I was like, okay, perfect. This kit is going to be absolutely fantastic. So yeah. Also, I need to note that design on my left hand is not a new tattoo or anything like that. It is henna that I thought was going to be a lot less bold than that and a more brownish, if not brownish red color, because I got this over the 4th of July weekend where I went to the beach town that I usually go to, and I've gotten the henna done there before, and it never comes out this bold and this dark. But leave it to the one time I decide to put something on my fingers that it comes out that way. So that is what you will see on some of my videos is this henna tattoo on my left hand. It's in videos, in clips of videos, and then not in clips of videos because I filmed different parts at different times. So just know if you see that there's just different variations of it. It is a henna. It is not a real tattoo, and it is fading as we speak. It is pretty much mostly faded. So I was kind of embarrassed by it a little bit. After I got it done, I woke up and I saw how dark it was because I realized that there was no way it was going to come off before I went to work, which everyone was like, well, you wear gloves at work. But I'm like, yeah, but when I start to get into the teeth and not beforehand when I'm like, so your medical history, tell me about it. And I have these tattoos as I talk with my hands. So there was a lot of putting my hand in my pocket and then being very aware that I was trying not to talk with my hands. Most people didn't notice. None of my patients said anything. 2 coworkers did notice. One was like, is that a tattoo? She was freaking out. And then the other one was like, it looks like a 5-year-old drew on your fingertips while you were asleep. And I was like, that's so nice. Actually, if I could get a 5-year-old to draw with Sharpie on me like that, I wouldn't be mad about it. But also Sharpie would come off. I tried everything to get the henna off before work, but I couldn't. So I just had to grin and bear it. And then I realized that my job itself would make it fade because the amount of times I have to wash my hands would just exfoliate my hands. And so it has since faded. It's only lasted a week, so it's totally fine. But anyway, back into this week. There were so many beautiful full boxes in this kit that I decided that I wanted to use 2 of them in the sidebar. And also I didn't really have anything that I wanted to put in the like a full box or a square box situation that I usually do in the sidebar. So excuse me. So I decided to use an extra full box, and I really like how it turned out. I'm not mad at just having full boxes and sidebars, but I do like having my little checklist that's only useful technically in my notes app, but I just like having the little checklist there. So I'm going to keep doing it until it drives me bananas. But so far it has not. So yeah, I have my 2 habit trackers, a fancy label, and then an ombre heart checklist. And then moving on to Monday, the first 2 things I marked were stuff that I got done on my commute to work, which was I listened to the Guilty Pleasures podcast. And then I also ordered the Diamond Glitter Palette from Slayfire Cosmetics. It is a 12-pan glitter palette, like aloe-y, like jelly, like that kind of like glitter. I've been on a glitter kick if you haven't been following for the last year. I was buying it I think I was just buying it, and then I was going to EDC and I was like, I need more glitter. But yeah, basically this is a 12-pan gel glitter thing where they're all like white jelly translucent glitters, but they all have different shifts and different like shaped sparkles in them. It is so pretty. Me, my sister, and our friend Erica were like talking about glitter and all these things because we were planning on going to Electric Zoo in September, but we are not going anymore because it got really expensive. But the time we corralled everybody to go, the ticket got too expensive for VIP. I can't go GA because I would get claustrophobic. So too expensive. But either way, I digress. So we all kind of just started talking about glitter, and I'm getting everybody on these like glitter glitter trains with me. And so I sent a video of that palette to Erica and my sister, and they were like, oh my God, it's beautiful. I'm like, convince me not to buy it. And they were like, don't buy it. I'm like, I know, I'm just going to like wait for like a random day to buy it. And then 12 hours later, I was like, I bought it. So I did. And it's glorious. I needed it to bring me joy, which it did. It's the loveliest thing. Even when I'm like not doing anything at home, or like when I'm doing nothing and I'm at home, I will put the glitter on my face because it's so dang pretty, and I'll match it to like my like leisure wear. Okay, so then I went to work. I did my job. I came home. I binge watched some TikTok videos, FaceTimed my sister for a little bit. I can't remember for what. I don't know if we were talking about like things for her upcoming honeymoon trip, or if it was like birthday stuff, like what she should wear. I think it was that. Then I took a bath because I feel like that's like a Monday thing to do for me. I've realized is that I always take a bath on Mondays. Let me see if that's like true for most of the weeks. No. Okay. Well, I guess previously it was. Anyway, so I took a bath and then I organized photos to get printed. So I print out a lot of like my iPhone photos. They're saved on my computer, but I do like a physical thing, and I organize them in these things that I got from Michael's, which is like a giant bin, and then there's little teeny tiny, I don't know what they're called. What are they called? I don't know. There's like little compartments, like 16 compartments, and they're like encased inside this giant bin. So it's really, really nice. And I haven't printed pictures since I think like November of 2022. So I just went through a lot of the photos. And funny enough, this like week that I'm planning for you guys right now is maybe like 4 weeks ago-ish, a little more than that. And I'm only just now getting to the part where I'm actually like uploading them to be printed. So kind of funny how long ago I actually organized everything, but at least it's organized and all I have to do is upload them and print them, which is nice. So moving on to Tuesday, we had a meeting with the doctors and the hygienist in my office. It went swimmingly. And then I just went to work and I saw my patients, and then I started reading ACOTAR for the first time. I think I like didn't read it for a while. Like I started it and then I didn't read it for quite a bit because, I don't know, my brain wasn't working. But Andrea had sent me her copy of ACOTAR, which I think was either Hannah's or Kirsten's copy of ACOTAR. But I did start it this day, and spoiler alert, I loved it. I devoured it. I don't get why people don't like it. It's like nom 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 nom. It's delicious. It is a delicious book to consume. It's easy to read. It's like fantasy. It gives me everything. It gives me sex. It gives me like grit and like mud. It's so good. It's so good. Love it. Okay. Anyway, so then I went to Party City after work because it was my sister's birthday the next day and she was coming home this day. I think she was coming home this day and I needed to get her a balloon so my mom could surprise her. I'm so sorry for yawning, guys. It's been a very long day. I've been catching up on planner stuff the whole day. And then, I got this like bubble machine from Target that was originally $10, but it was $8 on sale for $8. It was on sale for $8. And just randomly, I decided to like see how it worked. So I opened it and turned it on. And then like Oliver was just like bathing in this whole like curtain of bubbles. It was like the cutest thing. So I was basically blowing bubbles in my room and Oliver was equal parts terrified and equal parts, actually, I guess he was 100% terrified and trying to run away. But also I think he was low-key fascinated by it, but just didn't know what to do with it. Then I filmed a plan with me. Couldn't tell you which one it was, but that happened that day. And then I watched Twilight Breaking Dawn, which the whole series is on Hulu. I think I mentioned it in the other videos, but just in case. It's all the whole series is on Hulu and it was definitely worth a rewatch. It was not as good as my Hunger Games rewatch, where I realized Hunger Games is actually like a cinematic masterpiece. But you have to love your guilty pleasures. So then on Wednesday, I marked that it was my sister's birthday. I published said plan with me that I don't remember which one it was. I could probably I can definitely look it up, but I'm not going to do that right now. I published the plan with me, huzzah. And then I went to work. And after work, I went to Paper Source because I totally forgot to get my sister a card. Also, I think I got my period on this day. So that was like, I remember it being like really difficult to get through this day. I don't know how I randomly remember that because like nothing about this day like says like Shark Week or like cramps or anything like that. Oh, it's because the next day said coffee and cramps. Okay, yeah. So I got my period on this day and I was trying to be like chipper and bubbly Jess, and I was just like, I want the world to burn because everything hurts. And like, I feel like my brain gets like really mean to me on my period these days. So it's just not a good time. But I went to Paper Source. I picked up my sister a card because I totally forgot. It was really cute because it was like all pizza. I feel like I always get her a pizza card. And then I binge watched TikTok videos, I guess, on my way home, or either that or I was just like watching TikTok videos and I didn't know what else to put in the day. So I put that. And last thing I marked was that it was my sister's birthday dinner. It started very late and I was hungry. So I was on my period and I was hungry. It started really late and then like people randomly left early. So it was just like a weird vibe all around and I didn't understand what was going on. But it was a good dinner. We had like shish kebabs and stuff like that. But it was just very odd that everybody like left early. And then we had cake. But like by the time we had cake, it was like 9:00. And I was like, I'm peacing out. I'm ready for bed. I got to work the next day. I'm like, I got to be alive for your birthday party over the weekend. So I know I went to bed early. Then on a Thursday, the first thing I wrote was, what day is it? Because it did not feel like a Thursday. And I was just ready for the week to end. And then I wrote coffee and cramps. My cramps were so bad that I literally made myself a cup of coffee, sat down in my kitchen, which usually I take my coffee cup to go. I do not wake up with enough time to like leisurely sit down and drink a cup of coffee. So this was me like literally not giving a shit. And I just sat in my kitchen and drank my coffee whilst I like waited for the Advil to kick in. I also had to eat like a little snack because I am one of those people. Well, Advil is just known to like give you an upset tummy, especially if you don't eat anything. So I'm one of those people where like it instantaneously happens. So I had to eat something. I just sat there, drank my coffee, stared out the window because everything hurt. Then I finally went to work, my last day for the week. And after that, I treated myself to some more coffee and went to Starbucks. I think this day I actually got the white macadamia nut nitro cold brew with like, and like the cold foam was like white macadamia nut. It was so stinking delicious. And I like regretted nothing because it was so good. Okay. I should really like look ahead. Anyway, so the reason that I got the cup of coffee was because I was so tired and my cramps were so bad. And we were going to see Titanic, which is a parody musical about the movie Titanic, not the actual tragic events of the Titanic, but of the movie Titanic. And it's like, it's not on Broadway. It's like not in Union Square, like around Union Square, where they used to have like this like bubble show, but it's in there. And so it was me, my sister, Brandon, and my mom who all went to go see the show. I had no idea what it was. I just heard it's like a freaking hilarious, and it was hysterical. It was basically like Celine Dion retelling the events of how Jack and Rose met on the Titanic. So it was freaking hysterical. This was also like a few days before that whole Titan disaster. So it's just like, you know, things happen in very thematic ways in life. It was a little weird. I was wondering, like, some of it is improv, and I'm wondering like what was said like in other shows. But anyway, so I got my Starbucks, and then we had some time to kill. Like, I met up with my family downtown. Oh my God, I can't stop yawning. I met up with my family downtown, and then we had some time to kill and wanted to get some dinner. So we were trying to decide where to go around Union Square. And then I saw the Lore Olympus 3rd or 4th volume. Which volume was it? It was the 4th volume in like this game board bookstore. So I was like, I want to buy it. It was way more expensive. I could have just bought it on Amazon, but hey, I supported my local bookstore. I did not realize how expensive those books were because they're so cheap on Amazon. But, you know, I supported, didn't return it after I found out how cheap it was on Amazon. It was like $15 cheaper, which is crazy. But, you know, support. And then Brandon actually ended up finding like this Cuban restaurant that was like, it was a Cuban restaurant. I don't know what I was trying to compare it to. It was a Cuban restaurant. And so we picked up some, what did we get? A Cubano, I think. Oh yeah, it was a Cubano sandwich. I don't know why I'm picturing like a burrito. I think it was just the way the bread was shaped. But yeah, we got Cubanos and it was delicious. And then we went to go see Titanic. And it was really funny. If you are in New York City or you're finding yourself in the city sometime soon, I know they continue to get renewed because the show is so freaking funny. Especially if you're into like a lot of pop culture references and you watch a lot of RuPaul's Drag Race, and like you're not into, but like you're very like in the queer culture stuff, you're gonna have the best freaking time at that show because it was so freaking funny. Then moving on to Friday morning, I guess I played with some stickers. I probably pulled a lot of stickers for some weeks. And then this was like my C-store date, like her birthday C-store date. I got her a permanent bracelet as a present for her birthday. So we went to Catbird so she could get that welded. She ended up leaving with 2 bracelets. I told her I could only afford one, so she'd have to pay for the other one. Well, that was a lie because I got myself one, but only because I have this like new cute one that's just like these little teeny tiny hearts that I thought was freaking adorable. Then we went to Tacombi for lunch because the woman at Catbird was like, it is the best tacos I've ever had. And it was such a delicious lunch. I did get a margarita though, or something. Like I got an alcoholic drink and it did not make me feel good. It didn't make me drunk, but it did not make me feel good. And we got stuck in so much traffic going to Catbird because it's in Williamsburg, and leaving Catbird. Like it was just such a long trip. I feel like I could have driven to a different state by the time it took me to get to freaking Brooklyn. Then after that, we went out to Hot Pot. Originally, it was going to be me and Nick on a little date to get Hot Pot because I know Vicky had plans with her friends. And then I realized our other friend Nick was coming down this weekend to go to Vicky's birthday, but I thought he was staying in the city. Turns out he needed to crash with us, which was totally fine. But I was like, oh, you should come to Hot Pot. And then I'm like, since Vicky's going out with people, I was like, oh wait, Brandon's going to be here too. So Brandon should come to Hot Pot. And then Vicky's like, wait, I want Hot Pot. And I was like, so it ended up being like 8 of us at Hot Pot on mine and Nick's date. Just super cute. Then we went to go get bubble tea with everyone. I shared one with Nick because I ate so much food at Hot Pot. And then me and Nick ended the night by watching some Jersey Shore In and Out with Brandon and our other friend Nick. So then on a Saturday, it is the day of my sister's like birthday party with all her friends. There was like 10 of us this time. So we went back into Williamsburg. We didn't actually know this place was in Williamsburg, but she had booked us to do this like cake decorating thing, which was fun. But like it was supposed to be a cake decorating like skill class, and we didn't really learn anything. We were just told to sort of do. It was like fun because we had packed like basically these green tea Jameson drinks into Arizona bottles. So that made it fun. But as far as like, I don't know, it was like a good time to hang out with everybody. But then I tasted the cake and it was kind of gross. So I didn't really like the cake very much. But everyone basically came away with that saying like that was not like worth the money that we paid for it. So then, of course, since we were in Williamsburg, they had the smorgasbord food festival thing that they do every weekend, every Saturday, I think, in Williamsburg. So we all went to go get dinner there, essentially. We got like meat skewers, lemonades, what was it? Birria tacos, mozzarella sticks, nachos. We got everything. We got a smorgasbord of food. It was delicious. Then it was finally time to head down to the main event, which was karaoke at a place called Amaru, and it was so freaking fun. We got it for 2 hours. The only thing that sucked is that we had to like pay for bottle service, which like wasn't very clear, but I don't know. I mean, we all ended up having a good time, but they bring us like bottles. The singing was a lot of fun. They had a lot of songs, and if they didn't have a song that you wanted to watch, that you wanted to listen to, not listen to, oh my gosh, I'm losing my train of thought. Sing a song that you wanted to sing, you could pull it up on YouTube actually, and then they would play it. But they just like you would have to find the karaoke version unless you knew the song. So me and my sister like pulled up Rent, and we did the What You Own from Rent, because that's just like our jam. And then I do Mark's parts and she does Roger's parts. So we were like super excited to get to do that. Everyone around us in our group was like, what the heck is going on? But we were living for every second of all of it. It was just glorious. Then after that, we didn't want the night to end, and my sister was drunk, really drunk. And so we were like trying to figure out where to go. And I had heard about this like space ping pong bar. So I was like, why don't we all go there? We didn't initially head over there. We went to like this rooftop that ended up being kind of lame. And then we were like trying to figure it all out, but I was like, let's go to the space ping pong bar. Turned out it was like right across the street from where we were. So that was nice. It was really fun. There was a lot of like fun music playing. Everything was like black lit. And so it was fun. And I got some mozzarella sticks, but I was getting really tired. So I was ready to go home. And then I came home and I had some Happy Mail. So this was like 1:00 in the morning, and I saw I had some Happy Mail from Scribble Prints Co. and my diamond palette came in. So I was super, super excited for that. And then last but not least, on Sunday, it was a Father's Day. So that was the first thing I marked. I didn't have the Father's Day script, and instead of typing one out, because I really like when the holidays are in foil, I just left it blank so that I can fill it in whenever I get the new set of holiday sticker sheets that I ordered from Scribble Prints Co. Then me and my sister had brunch with my dad for Father's Day. We spent a good amount of time there, like breakfast going into lunch, and it was nice just to get to hang out with him. But then he headed home, and then my sister was getting ready to head home, so I came back and I just spent a lot of time doing planner things. Again, I couldn't tell you what planner things I did, but they were done and they were half box worthy. Then I took another bath this day, got out, meal prepped my lunches for the following week, and I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I didn't like it at all, but I got through like 45 minutes of it this day, and then I finished it on Monday, but didn't like it at all. I will go more into that in the next video, maybe. And then the last thing I did this day was edit some videos, and I could not tell you which ones. But yes, that is everything for this week, my sister's birthday week. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that's all I've got to say, because I'm about to film another like 3 voiceovers. So I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye.